Fly ball left field. McCall is there. And the magical season of the Baltimore Orioles continues.
Ball and 2 strikes on Gomes. Ground ball to first. There's Pierce. And the Orioles are champions of the AL East.
And everybody knows he's ready to fire on the first one. Bases loaded. Young swings, line drive. That is down and to the wall. Cruz is in. Pierce is in. Party around third. He's going to try to score. And safe. The Orioles have the lead.
With the first selection of the 2019 MLB Draft, the Baltimore Orioles select Adley Rutschman, a catcher from Oregon State University.
What's going on, everybody? It's been forever, but we're finally here recording again. It's episode 58 of the Talking Birdie podcast. It's Ryan, it's Josh, and Brad, my boys, dudes. What's going on? How you doing?
Not gonna lie, I feel disgusting right now. Like this, we're in the downstairs unit. I am squished between a bag and some boxes. I haven't showered in like 2 days. I have greasy hair.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, dude. And I just, this is not. I'm currently, the laptop's on a tote and I'm on the couch. That's where we're at right now. But other than that, we're doing fine.
Yeah.
Brad, how you doing?
Well, since you mentioned feeling disgusted, I got into this a little bit beforehand, but I'm in the same boat, man. Being that I live on top of a maintenance shop at a golf course, starting to see little tiny fucking mice running around is pissing me off because I'm like fucking paranoid that they're gonna come through the walls and like into my room and shit. So I'm taking all these fucking precautions. I haven't seen them yet, but like every noise at night, man, I'm ready. I'm like, oh,
You haven't seen them, Brad, but they see you.
I've seen them down. Yeah, that's true, man. I'm sure they did. I've seen them down here, but I've not seen them upstairs yet. So, yeah, like I was telling you guys, my room smells like straight peppermint now because apparently they fucking hate that. I got all these traps set up, but I ain't caught anything yet, and I have those ultrasound blocks that apparently are supposed to irritate the fuck out of them. So, bring it on.
Just buy those jumbo bags of those lifesavers, like Minto greens, and just like throw handfuls of them across the room. They have a very strong odor out of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, the wintergreen mints? Yeah, they do.
Those are
very
awesome.
Strong. Very strong.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
Go ahead, man. You're up, man. How you been?
Oh, I'm good. If you think Josh not showering for 2 days is bad, you should have seen me when I had COVID because I didn't shower the whole time.
Why would you?
Ooh, stank ass.
Yeah, nobody was around me, so I was like,
I'll wallow in myself.
yeah.
You're like, you know what? I don't even care.
This is the worst, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had COVID over New Year's. It's fine. It's whatever. Every cold I've ever had was worse than that shit.
So you did not die.
Still here. Okay. Unfortunately.
It feels like a long time ago when you texted me you had COVID. It's only been 2 weeks.
New Year's Day.
Wow.
New Year's Day is when I tested positive.
I actually felt like you texted months ago that you had COVID, but my mind
I thought I did.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think I even knew that you had COVID on New Year's.
I was like,
maybe I did. I don't know, man.
I texted the group.
You probably did.
You didn't pay attention.
No,
but yeah,
I'm a horrible person. Okay, what can I say?
I really did think I had it that time because I was like the sickest I've ever been. I had like body aches and chills and like fever spiked like 102. Got a PCR test and they were like, nope, you're good. They tested me for flu as well. Nope, no flu. Just some bug that kicked the absolute shit out of me.
But you gave it the final punch, my friend.
I did.
You did. You won.
Yep.
How does that feel?
It was pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Glad to hear it, man.
But nothing new really. Just I'm actually kind of sad the holidays are over.
Yeah.
Let you guys.
Yeah, it's like the whole holiday season builds up, and then boom, it's just done. You know, it is kind of depressing when
I was feeling very Christmassy this year too. I had a lot of Christmas spirit, and yeah, like you said, it just shows up and it's over so quickly. It's so hard to enjoy it.
If January didn't suck so much, it would be a little easier. But there's nothing to look forward to for January at all, and then February is like kind of the same deal.
That's very true.
If you're lucky, you'll get a
January is
few like 60-degree days in there, and that's kind of nice. But like, there's nothing to look like. There's nothing reliable in February or January.
Yep.
Nope.
People say Valentine's Day can stop
not-
listening to the podcast.
Yeah, it's not a real holiday, and if you think it is, please delete this podcast from your feed.
Anyway.
What does your girlfriend and your wife think about that, fellas? That comment right there.
Sarah likes Valentine's Day, but she knows I don't like it as much as she does.
Yeah.
So we found a happy, honest medium.
What's that? Just go out to dinner?
I get her flowers or something, but we don't make like a huge deal.
Gotcha.
Ryan.
She doesn't seem to care about it too much.
Well,
we
then
we do like a dinner, and that's about it.
You're a winner, my friend.
Oh, I know. My wife is very low maintenance, and I'm very happy about that because I can't deal with high maintenance women.
You'll love to see it.
Yep.
Have you been to the pancake house down there yet?
The one that's
by your house, yeah.
Here? No, I haven't been to it yet.
Okay. Let me know when you do.
But I must go because God, those apple pancakes took me for a ride, man.
I'm more so just curious if they're all at like that high of a curb appeal standard as the one that we went to was, because that thing was awesome.
I saw a picture from the outside, and it does look like, I mean, it doesn't look like that one, but it does look like the curb appeal, like you're saying.
Yeah.
That looked like a nice house.
Yeah,
It
staring
didn't even
over
look
the
like a restaurant.
Denny's. That
Looking
was just
down
my
on it.
favorite aspect of it. Like at a breakfast place, one is clearly better than the other one, and they're just staring down on the poor
One's
Denny's
up here,
people.
the other one's down here, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We need to all get together in Pittsburgh so we can take Brad to have delicious pancakes.
Oh yes.
All right. Sounds
When
good
is
to
this
me.
Caps game up here again? It's in March, right?
I think it's the first weekend of March.
First week in March. That first week in March is gonna be wild if we're going to Sarasota too.
Shit, I was just in Morgantown
Oh,
this
we need to start
this past
actually
weekend?
like doing something about that, guys.
Hey, I looked up flights and I already have the days off. So if we're going the 3rd and 4th, I can swing that.
Okay.
And then like I can leave the night of the 2nd, I believe, as well, because I'm off Friday, Saturday. I'm off Thursday night. So
I would probably have to not take any time off. So I'd probably just be popping down there and then like maybe seeing a game and then coming back.
yeah, that's basically what I'd be doing too.
That would be
Because
great, actually. If we,
COVID ruined my paid time off for the year already. I only get 5 days a year
Wow.
Oh no.
in total.
They don't have like a COVID special.
Not
week
anymore.
or
They
something?
don't.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they would have like when it first started.
Kind of based, honestly, because COVID's over, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah. The only thing I could say would be nice is if we had sick time separate of our
Yeah.
Yes.
our vacation time. That's the only thing I can really say about it. But yeah, so I'm kind of having to like I was out for 3 days. I'm using 2 days for that, taking 1 unpaid day, and then my wife and I are going to Phoenix in April. So we're going to be gone for like 4 days. So I'll use the rest of 3 days and then take 1 more unpaid. So it won't hurt as bad.
I've been with my current job for like 4 months and I have 10 paid days off this year.
Lucky you. 25th of March, Josh.
That's the Caps Penguins.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's kind of nice then.
Let me pull Southwest up real quick. This is really compelling content.
It is.
The Birdie Boys book flights.
I don't know, dude. Do you have enough reward points?
I might. That's why I want to look.
Okay. I think the tickets were only like $230 last time I checked. I was like, that's not that bad.
No, I just
Round
did
trip. In the meantime, while Ryan looks that up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the transactions the Orioles have been doing, see what kind of team we're going to go watch in Sarasota. I believe the last time we did the episode, the Adam Frazier signing was like fresh. So I'm going to start there. Orioles signed second baseman Adam Frazier, a couple minor league free agents that don't matter. The Orioles trade for James McCann, traded cash considerations. We will come back to that in a moment. We will also come back to this one. Orioles signed Mychal Givens. Orioles designate Lewin Diaz.
That move, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Orioles designate Lewin Diaz for assignment. Orioles designate Tyler Nevin for assignment. Orioles trade Lewin Diaz to the Braves. That was the end of December. Let me go into January. Orioles trade Tyler Nevin to Detroit for cash. Good for him. He can get some more playing time over there. Rest in peace, Tyler Nevin. It was not that notable of an Orioles career. Royals traded Ryan O'Hearn to the Orioles for cash. Orioles designate Chris Valamont for assignment. Orioles claim Lewin Diaz off waivers from the Braves. Orioles designate Ryan O'Hearn for assignment. Orioles send Chris Valamont outright to Norfolk Tides. Red Sox trade Darwinson Hernandez to the Orioles for cash. That happened today. And the subsequent move was no surprise. The Orioles designate Lewin Diaz for assignment. 3 times by the Orioles this offseason. He's been designated.
So many great memories.
Yeah, Orioles legend Lewin Diaz.
It's just brutal for that guy.
Oh, yeah. I actually wanted to pull up his transactions list, but do you guys have any thoughts that aren't James McCann or Mychal Givens related to that?
I mean, honestly, I don't really think any of them are relevant enough to get into it that deeply. I know it's great content, but they're minor league depth signings. I've already made my feelings known on Adam Frazier, which you first got into. Which
have you? I can't recall, Brad.
Not. I am a noted not fan of the Adam Frazier signing because I feel like we already have plenty of middle infield prospects ready to go. But as far as the rest of them, they're just standard. Oh, well, you said not to say anything about McCann yet, or Givens, I think was the other one.
Yeah.
Everything else, yeah. Total non-factors. Cool. Welcome to the Norfolk Tides, and let's go.
Well, half of these aren't even guys who are still with the team either. Like Lewin Diaz just keeps leaving.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Good job, Nevin. You won't be in the way this year, which I feel like we all knew that was going to happen. Anyway.
Do you think Diaz has moved to Baltimore and then moved away 3 times?
That'd be funny, but highly doubt. Here's his offseason so far since November 15th. Lewin Diaz, DFA'd by the Marlins, claimed by the Pirates, DFA'd by the Pirates, claimed by the Orioles, DFA'd by the Orioles, traded to the Braves, DFA'd by the Braves, claimed by the Orioles, DFA'd by the Orioles.
I don't understand how he's getting picked. Is this just like a troll job?
I mean, they did it to Jacob Nottingham 2 years ago, the Mariners and Brewers.
Somebody was saying that, and somebody was saying this, and it makes a lot of sense. It seems like teams are trying to get guys and then stash them in Norfolk, and sometimes they don't make it through waivers because they
just hoping they catch the right cycle of other teams 40 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what it seems like to me. There's nothing that makes sense other than that.
Unless there's a quota or something they need to hit for transactions, but that's dumb.
Yeah.
Makes a lot less sense than what you're saying.
There's no way.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So yeah, moving on from the meaningless transactions, New York Mets trade James McCann to the Orioles. Mets are eating a majority of that contract. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think this move can't hurt the Orioles.
Yep, there's your.
I think it's a great move.
Yeah, it's a great move.
It's a backup catcher I've actually heard of this time,
and we have him for 2 years.
Yeah, he had a admittedly awful year with the bat last year, but he's had some decent years where there's hope for me that he's not going to be an automatic out in the lineup every time he comes up, and he fulfills that role as a good defensive guy that hopefully will develop those relationships with the pitching staff and be a net positive when he's in the game. So all in all, yeah, I think it's a good pickup. We're a lot better off with him than Robin Chirinos. And if it ends up that we're in a wild card chase in August and we have 5 games in 3 days, and we end up starting James McCann on a Friday night, knowing that there's a day game after a night game on Sunday and a doubleheader on Monday, and he has to start 3 games in 5 days. Well, at least it's not Robinson Chirinos.
Exactly.
Yep, you feel a little better. I mean, it's everything we've talked about for what we want to see in a backup catcher. It's a guy who's a veteran. He can handle the pitching staff. He's a good defensive catcher. He doesn't hit that well, but what backup catcher does? So
I feel like he at least has a chance to hit better than other backup catchers because he has hit okay before. So
his 2020 was insane. Like, it was a small sample size, but with the White Sox, his OPS plus was like in the 140s or something.
yeah.
Phew.
So
All right, I think I have my Sarasota travel plans figured out.
All right, lay it on us.
So I don't know if you've heard of Allegiant before, but they're an
Yes.
ultra low cost airline. I'm going to fly down on Allegiant because they have an evening flight on Friday. And that's that's like $70. And then I'm going to
Wow.
fly back on Southwest on Sunday because Allegiant only has flights between BWI and Sarasota on Friday and Monday. I'm going to fly back on Southwest and use my reward points to book that flight.
So it'll be like $100 trip once you factor in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Nice.
what about a rental car? We gotta get a rental car when we get down there.
Do we?
So I have a
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
It might be
Maybe
best-
not.
It might be better to have one.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, on Turo, you can get like $25 a day cars. I
Is
also
that really
have,
a thing? Because I've always
Yeah.
tried to find rental cars. I've seen advertisements, but then I go to
Now,
the websites.
it
and
might
they're
be
always
kind of
like,
tough.
yeah.
It might be tough because Sarasota is not a bigger metro. Like, it's part of the Tampa metro technically, but like it's going to cost money if you want someone to like drive the car to the airport and pick up at the airport. That might be the issue, but I have a ace in the hole in Home Depot's rent out Penske trucks and other vehicles for like $20 if you stay in town per day.
Dude, yes.
That might be in the back. But can you
Let's
imagine
do
us
it.
driving a box car around Sarasota spring training?
That'd be some
Box
hard.
truck.
You just get
That'd
like
be
a
hard.
van or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll park far away. You know, we'll walk a little bit. You know, it'd be good for the knees, but it'll be a good
Yeah.
time.
Dude,
I'm excited.
yes. I love it.
So
Absolutely.
yeah. Worst case scenario, we just rent the Home Depot vehicles, and we'll be good.
Gotta look at B&Bs. Actually, dude, it might not even be worth B&Bs anymore. Airbnb has become such a shit show.
Yeah, I found this out this week actually because I'm going down to Myrtle Beach this weekend for something for business, and all they have down there is condos, but they're all owned by these third-party companies who aren't individuals. It's just, you know, it's these companies buy up the short-term rentals and then they rent them out, and it's like more as expensive as a hotel down there. And like, this is the point of Airbnb, is like, we don't have to do this.
I did stay. I was
So
in Myrtle Beach
predatory.
in February, and I did stay in an Airbnb down there. And I want to say it was cheaper than a hotel, but I was misled by the description, like that somebody actually owned it and was renting out just one room, so I didn't have it all to myself. But I think that one was cheaper. I mean, there's definitely some things down there. I don't know.
I like it for the purpose of renting out a room in someone's house. Like when I went down for opening day, I stayed in Frederick, and this lady just had like a spare room upstairs, and it was like $20, and I was like, "This is perfect."
Yeah, I've done that before. And it's funny you say that because I just got asked to go down and play in some tournament in February in Myrtle Beach. So I might end up going down there in a few weeks myself, but we'll see.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Like,
So
it's just like, I mean, actually, I'm on Verbo right now, seeing what's.
Yeah,
seeing
is
what's good
is there
with
any
that.
difference between Verbo and Airbnb? Like they do the same thing.
Verbo's thing, Verbo's like their like claim to fame, I guess, is like they only do whole places.
Okay.
So like you will have a fully private place to stay. There's no like staying in the room, like just a room like you were talking about.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know.
yeah, but the benefit of just having the room is it's usually a lot cheaper. So
For sure.
yeah,
Could the three of us pack into one room?
no,
If it's a 2-bedroom, we could. 2-bedroom, I think we can handle that.
All right, who am I spooning?
Probably me. I'm the little guy.
Yes.
all right. So I got my own bed.
Crush you like
Oh,
a grape, Josh.
I win.
Or we could push the beds together and like
Oh.
Can we go? Can we go somewhere with a race car bed?
maybe Drew Rom will just let us bunk.
Yeah. That's the best bet.
Nah, the minor league guys don't get nothing.
No, hell no.
They all share a house.
They have like a couch.
I actually know where they stay down there. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Why don't you take care of it then, Brad?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, line us
Oh.
up some housing down there, Brad.
Yeah.
Get that done for us, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about it.
Okay. So yeah, if any of you guys listening are going to spring ball in that weekend, send us a message or tweet at us or something. Maybe we can meet up or something.
First weekend of March.
Yep, I think it's the 3rd and 4th. So yeah. Finishing up the transactions, Orioles signed Mychal Givens, reunited after trading him in 2020 to Colorado. He was with the Mets last year, actually put up some pretty decent numbers. His Savant numbers are even more promising. What are your guys' thoughts?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You can never have too many bullpen arms. It's making a good bullpen, an already good bullpen, better. There's the familiarity. I know I really liked Mychal Givens when he was here. I'll never forget that play at home plate in Yankee Stadium where he just like goalie slid into the plate, completely blocked it, and slapped the tag down.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great move.
I like the addition. Now, I will say, when people say you can never have too many bullpen arms, usually I start to think, oh God, they signed some garbage pitcher. But no, Mychal Givens is actually a good addition to the bullpen. Yeah, pretty straightforward. He's going to have a positive impact for us next year.
No doubt.
I think in addition to what you said, Ryan, like adding a good arm to an already good bullpen, like, yeah, that's true. But I think it's also good, like insurance in the case of like our bullpen, because a lot of those guys came out of nowhere last year. And
good insurance in case one of them was a complete like anomaly.
Yeah, if like Sionel Perez just all of a sudden like digresses back into like a 5 ERA reliever, like you can easily DFA him and just like, okay, we have Mychal Givens, like in terms of 2022 versus this year,
Sure.
It's kind of a net neutral. In that case, I hope Sionel's good this year.
Yes, of course.
I think it's fair to assume he won't be as good as he was last year, but he could still be good.
Doesn't mean he's going to be garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
His ERA was like sub 1.5.
Yeah, it was
4 months out of the year.
Something fucking ridiculous.
It's insane.
It made absolutely no sense, to be honest with you.
He went like
All right.
20 appearances without giving up a run.
Guys, I found a room in Sarasota-ish. It's more in Bradenton, but it's close enough, especially if we have the Home Depot truck. We'll be fine.
Yes.
Looks like $99 a night. Grand total is $280.
For 2 nights.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
What's that? 75? No. Yeah, about $75 a person, a little more than that.
Yep.
Note Bade. I'll look a little bit tomorrow as well.
All right.
All right. At least we got the rough idea together. I'm trying to think of like, they have a bus system down there, right? They've got to.
Sure.
So if we can get a bus to the Home Depot or the U-Haul or something,
We
that
could
would
throw
be.
in. We could all throw in for an Uber too. I mean, Uber exists.
Yeah. I forget that because I've never used like a ride sharing app. So I just
okay.
nah, use the bus. It's like $3.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly could use a bus if they have it, but I would rather take an Uber.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Anything else on Givens or any of that?
Sorry, Josh, you keep trying to keep us on track, and I'm just like, guys, I found a room. Oh.
No, that's perfect.
No, other than I really like it. I think it's a great move, and I have no complaints.
Oh.
I saw people complain about both of these moves.
Of course they did.
Like, I don't know what the I don't know. I just won't talk about it. So this begs the question. Most of the big free agents are off the board. There hasn't been any talks of anything trade related in, it seems like probably weeks now. Are the Orioles basically done for the offseason in terms of like significant roster altering moves?
Free agency, yes. I still leave the window open for maybe a trade. Free agency,
yeah.
I think they're done.
I would say free agency's done, and I'm not going to say, the window's open, but I'm not predicting them to make a significant trade before the end of the offseason.
Yeah, they
be-
might
I
flip
wouldn't-
some more like cash consideration type things, but I don't think they'll make like Joey Ortiz and Jordan Westberg with Austin Hayes for like Corbin Burns. Like that's just not happening at this point.
No, I don't think so.
Max Fried won't be an Oriole this year.
Stop it, Josh.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I looked up, like, if you use just ERA plus, I think I determined that he was the best. He would be the best Orioles pitcher of all time.
Hell yeah.
Who?
Like,
Max-
if you average Max
Max
Fried's
Fried.
career ERA plus versus any guys who pitch for the Orioles, like No Palmer, Musina, like any of these guys, like Max Fried still has better like average career numbers. Like, obviously, he hasn't done it for 20 years like those guys did.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get him then. Let's do it. I'm in.
Anyone opposed? No. Okay. Well, it was quick debate.
Yep.
Ryan,
Well.
do you have the caravan stuff up?
Yeah. So the O's are bringing back the Birdland Caravan that they did last year. It seemed like it was a pretty big hit. This is February 2nd through 5th. They're kicking it off at Bel Air High School with a little rally with Michael Elias and Brandon Hyde. Then they're doing a happy hour at Evolution Craft Brewing in Salisbury with Hyde, McKenna, Mountcastle, and Stowers. That'd be a fun one to go to.
It's a good crew.
And then on the 4th, they're doing O's Bowling from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. With Elias Kerstad, Adley Rutschman, Ramon Arias, and Taryn Vavra. And then they're going to start the autograph tour in Frederick, at Frederick Community College. Session 1 has Grayson Rodriguez and Nick Vespi. Second session features D.L. Hall and Brandon Hyde. Then they're going to go to Bowie State University with Adley and Taryn Vavra in session 1. Me and my wife actually got tickets to that, so we'll be going to that one, meeting Adley. Session 2 of that is going to have Ramon Arias and Heston Kerstad. I think, is this all on the same day? Jeez, it is. They're doing a lot of stuff. Then there's going to be a Meet the Bird meet and greet in Elkridge, another fan rally at Wild Lake High School, and another happy hour at Checker Spot Brewing in Baltimore. I actually heard good things about that place. And there's going to be different players and coaches and stuff at all these events. And then Sunday, they're doing Top Golf. Holy shit. That's amazing.
Hold up. So you said there's one in Frederick. Did I hear that correctly, Ryan?
Yes.
That's the one you're going to?
I'm
And
not
which-
going to the one in Frederick.
Okay. Which
I'm
one
going-
is the one in Frederick?
Session 1 is Grayson Rodriguez and Nick Vespi. And then
Yeah,
session-
where
session-
is it?
Oh, where? Frederick Community College.
Okay, because they actually had one the first time around they did this at Flying Dog, the brewery.
Yes.
It was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, go drink
Flying
with.
Dog closed down, I think.
Did it really?
I think so.
Holy shit, I drink their beer all the time.
I think they closed down their
Yeah, I figured they'd still.
They still make beer.
I figured, but yeah, I mean, it's not that I go there all the time, but now it just makes me sad. Even though I probably was never going to go there again. So it makes no sense.
I just googled flying dog, and the first thing that comes up is an AARP article saying flying with your pet, review airlines pet policies.
Jesus Christ.
Why is AARP putting that out?
I don't know. Old people fly with dogs, I guess. I don't know, man. Flying Dog Brewery. Let's see. Temporarily closed until June 23rd, 2023.
Temporary. Okay, so they're opening it back up.
They know the date.
That's what it says,
That never happens.
according to Yelp. Yep, 23rd June 2023. Why are they doing the date like that? This isn't fucking England. Don't put 23 June. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. I'm not going there anymore.
Yeah.
Out. Were there any more events?
Sorry. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And then the 5th, they're doing Top Golf, which is really cool. I wish I could do that. It's pretty expensive though.
Who's
another
on that
autograph-
roster?
Brian Baker, Austin Hayes, Joey Crable, and Cedric Mullins.
Joey Crable bucks at Top Golf.
I'm sure he does. I think
Are-
Baker probably would too.
Are you just saying that because you see him as a top golf guy, or that you've actually seen like Instagram videos or something?
No, he just seems like a top golf guy. Like I actually
Okay,
think
okay.
he'd probably be pretty bad at like real golf. I could be wrong about that, but he definitely like puts it all out there for top golf.
How do you get that specific feeling about a guy that he's he's good at top golf, but he sucks at real golf?
He's like he comes off as like a goofier like dad of the clubhouse. So like I think maybe he doesn't have the patience to sit there for like a lot of golf and get a lot of reps to be good. But when it comes to like just 45 minutes on the tee box there at the bays, all you got to do is just hit it as far as you can. Like, yeah, he does that.
Okay.
We did top golf on New Year's Eve.
It's a good time.
It is. It is.
Is that how you got COVID?
No, I had it.
Come to think of it,
I had it at that point because I tested
You-
positive the next day.
you went out when you had COVID.
Didn't know I had it, Brad.
Yes. Okay.
Didn't
Okay.
know I had it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wouldn't have even tested myself if my wife didn't make me because I wasn't feeling that bad. I had a little bit of a cough. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad you're feeling better, bud.
Thanks, man. Never
Yep.
really felt that bad, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
I like the dynamic of the DL Hall Brandon Hyde session. Like the rookie goes out there with his coach.
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Everyone else has got their teammates, and DL's like, shit, I got the boss.
Brandon Hyde's like telling him to behave himself the whole time. DL, get over it. You're doing it wrong.
I'm sure they've been around each other plenty between like the spring trainings and stuff, but I like the idea of DL only being on the roster for like 3 months and then like just has to go on tour with his manager.
He drew the short straw.
That may be how they did this.
Yep. You got to go with Hyder. DL. Yep.
Do you think Brandon Hyde's like a grabby type?
A grabby type.
Like
Yeah,
of women
like-
or like just with his boys?
No, that like I know we've all experienced this before. That like overly like chummy kind of guy that like,
Yeah.
he like grabs on your shoulder when he's talking to you and like always like slapping you on the back. He's like,
Yeah,
"You know what I'm saying,
okay.
bud?" Do you think
Okay.
Brandon Hyde's like that? I kind of get those vibes from him.
Oh yeah.
I could see it.
Have you seen some of his like ass taps when he like relieves pitchers and stuff? Like there's a couple
Sensual.
good shots of him
Sensual.
like cupping. Like Bruce Zimmerman got a good cup earlier in the season.
Can you demonstrate the cup for us, Josh?
Yeah, I did. You turned around, but
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
a whole handful right there.
Yeah, just really getting up in there.
Joey Crable strikes out the side. You take him out the next inning. He gets a cup. He gets a handful.
Yeah. Now you
Yep.
get picked up. You get picked up by your asshole for that.
Strung up. Gripped like a bowling ball.
Hold them up like a scarecrow. Oh,
Maybe a little finger in the butthole.
oh, really?
Okay, thanks, Captain Avi.
Thank you. I'm glad you drew that conclusion. Oh, you know what I forgot to say, guys? I finally watched The Wire.
Yeah,
Okay.
how is that? Because
It's
I haven't watched it either.
Phenomenal. You must watch it. Brad, did you watch The Wire?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
The show's like 15 years old. too.
It's older than that. They just did a 20th anniversary podcast for it.
Okay. What's the premise? Like, I know you said not to get attached to any characters
premise-
because they die, but
The premise is people do bad things in Baltimore.
I mean, I can't disagree with that one.
Okay, go
But
ahead,
If
Ryan.
you want a real premise, it's basically the back and forth between like BPD and like the Baltimore drug trade.
okay. So
And,
like
each
an
season,
ongoing like Criminal Minds sort of thing, but like the antagonist and protagonist kind of stay.
it's much more real.
Okay.
Much more real. Each season also kind of has like I don't want to say like a theme, but like different aspects of like the city's everything that
Decay.
makes up the city. No, everything
Oh,
that makes
okay.
up the city. It kind of focuses on different like season 2 is focused around like the port system
Okay.
and how these like port workers were like in league with these like drug criminals and they would basically they were basically stealing containers
Yeah.
as it came off of ships, and they're like using them to smuggle stuff. Another season, I think it was season 5, kind of focused on like the Baltimore City school system. Yeah, it's such a good show.
Now, are they like specific problems to like Baltimore where it's like, yeah, that lines up 1-to-1, or is it just like common problems you find within inner cities, or do they like kind of make it a point like, yeah, this is going on?
A little of both.
Okay, that's cool.
A little bit of both, yeah. And like it's all filmed there, like you can tell it's all filmed there, like just all the real locations. Like I know like street corners that they reference and stuff. There's a lot of O's references too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, what's the one you need to start using this year?
It's they got plenty of power in the middle of the lineup. What they need is pitching. That quote is said at least once, I think, in every season.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the time period that The Wire aired again? It had to have been like
early
the
2000s.
late 2000s.
early,
Like
late 2000s.
they shot a scene at a game, and you can tell they were actually at a game because it showed shots of it, and like there's a shot of Miguel Tejada batting. You can clearly tell it's him.
You seen Wedding Crashers where it has the scene of Jay Gibbons hitting a bomb with Vince Vaughn watching it? You gotta love the Orioles pop culture references.
Yep, because that movie takes place in like Southern Maryland, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah,
crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does.
Yes, I forgot that's where that came from.
Yep. Bradley Cooper quote, right? Is that Bradley Cooper says that?
I think
or is it one of the other, or is it like one of his
I think it's
assholes?
Bradley Cooper because he's like super roided out in that movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like chest puffing all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like 8 Orioles Twitter accounts that are called Football and Crab Cakes.
There's so many good memes that are from The Wire that I didn't realize are from The Wire. Like the one, have you ever seen the one of Idris Elba? And he's like, I want you to put the word out there that we back up.
That's
Idris Elba's in The Wire. I didn't.
He's a main character in The Wire. Yes.
No shit.
Yes.
I like him. He's dope.
Brad. He was the guy that hosted our Airbnb. We went down.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was him.
Gotcha.
Idris Elba.
Oh yeah. The one. Yeah, that one. Okay, I know what you're talking
about. There's a GIF. There's a GIF that a lot of people use. And it's hard for me to describe it to you, but it's from that show. Like I saw it and I was literally like the DiCaprio where he's like, hey, he points at the screen. And I was like, that's the GIF.
Can you roughly describe it? Maybe it'll.
Yeah, it's a guy and he's like, he looks like he's standing in a store or something. And he's like that.
You'd have to send it to me.
I'm going to try to find it.
Okay. You boys have anything else on Orioles tonight? I mean, there just hasn't been a lot going on.
They've got plenty of power in the middle of the lineup. What they really need is pitching.
Yep.
This one, Josh, can you see it?
No.
Oh, okay. I did not know what that was from.
Wait, Idris Elba's not the one who says that quote, though, is he?
Yes.
He's the one who says the quote.
So I want you to put the word out there that we back up.
No.
No. It's just people in passing talking about the O's.
Gotcha.
Idris Elba does not. He's too busy trafficking all of the heroin in Baltimore to be worried about what the O's are doing.
Yeah, I mean Miguel Tejada, middle of that lineup, 150 RBIs, first year at Baltimore.
Yeah, man.
Yep, good times, man. I mean, not that good at times, but he was pretty good.
There you go.
Both of you need to watch that show though, and I hope you do because I want to hear from you about it.
What's it on?
HBO.
HBO. Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Shame. I'll find a way.
He said I'll find a way.
Like Brad, you know who Ed Norris is, right?
Yeah, I used to work with him actually. I think his number is still on my phone.
He's in The Wire as well.
Yeah, I did know that. Wait, someone plays his character?
No, he is.
Yeah, he actually acts.
Yeah, he is in it and playing a character. I think he actually plays himself.
That makes sense. Yeah, because he was the police chief.
Yep.
And there's a whole like political story behind him getting thrown in jail because the mayor didn't like him.
Yep.
And it had something to do with he took a loan from his father for a house payment, and you're not allowed to do that. So it was like some kind of fraud. even though he paid it back. His father was able to give it. He went to jail for that. That's what he got locked up for.
You know what's funny?
And it was O'Malley that didn't like him, so he got it. O'Malley's the one that got him locked up for that.
There's a part in The Wire where they're not talking about his character, but they're talking about another character. And they say the same thing. They took a loan from their parent to put a down payment on a house, and they were using that as like evidence against someone. So it's interesting. I wonder if that's where that came from.
Yeah, it might be.
That's pretty cool.
Shoot him a text.
Yeah.
I don't actually talk to him much.
Yeah, remember that time you were in jail? Is that where they got that plot point in The Wire?
But actually, he got his gig as a sports talk radio host because before 105.7 was sports talk, he was on like some political show, and people, the phone lines were lighting it up. When they changed formats, they knew he was a big sports fan, so they're like, Ed, you want to do sports talk now? Like, yeah, okay. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Both of you watch it, please. It's a great show.
Right.
Don't get attached to any characters. They will die.
Okay.
And
What about Omar?
do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Yeah, he dies.
He dies.
He dies. He's in a convenience store buying cigarettes, and a kid walks up to him and puts a 9mm through his fucking skull, and he's just dead.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
R.I.P. Omar.
And that's basically how every character dies. It's just very unceremonious. Like they're alive and then they're not, and then you move on.
That's real life, though.
Yeah.
No,
It's very real. There's no there's just nothing theatrical about it. It's like you die and then that's it. Life goes on. They don't talk about they generally don't talk about that character that died anymore. It's just like they're dead.
I hate that when like movies or shows do that. Like it'd be like an hour removed in the movie, or like maybe even a full season from when that character died, and they'll still be like, I wish that so and so was here to see this, and then they all sit there in silence, and then it pans out and it goes to the next scene. It's like, shut up, dude. That's what you're talking about. Like that's the theatrical garbage that no one cares about.
Yes. And it took me I took me aback. Like I didn't expect it to be like that, but yeah.
Oh, and at the end of movies when they go like, oh, we did this for so and so, and then they like fist bump or like handshake or something, and then it's like, oh, stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got one more if you care.
Go ahead.
The girl who was the love interest to the guy that died like earlier in the show or something is now like with the best friend. You know, this is like Walking Dead, I guess. But then like they stop in the middle of like making out or something, and they go like, but what about so and so? Because so and so's not here anymore.
You know what the worst movie for me for that is, in my opinion, is fucking the original Spider-Man movies. When MJ's just all of a sudden like with Harry. There's no build up to it whatsoever. She's just like, oh yeah, he didn't tell you. And like Peter's like just as surprised as we all are.
That's kind of fucked up.
I hate those movies. I'm not even gonna get started because this will turn into a 3-hour podcast about how much I hate the original Spider-Man movies. They're so bad. So bad. Tobey Maguire. How are you going to get a guy that looks like he's 35 to play a 15-year-old?
Is that really he was 15? He's supposed to be 15?
Yeah, Peter
Like
Parker's supposed to be
yeah.
like 15, 16. Yeah, I mean, he's in high school.
I guess I really didn't think about that much when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at Tobey. Yeah, that guy's.
I mean, like, come on,
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's in high school, definitely.
Yep.
And he's
That's
super
not as
smart
ridiculous
too.
as like the Netflix high schoolers, though.
He's yeah, they're all like yoked. They're like.
I saw one. It was like a average Netflix high school, and it was just like all the males were like the Chad meme, the Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Every female was like Kim Kardashian.
Pretty much. Yep. Anyways, I'm good.
Yeah.
You have anything?
I got
else you wanna
nothing
discuss?
else. It's been a pretty slow couple weeks here
Sure has.
at the
Hang
office.
in there. Hang in there.
I promise you guys will be back with something when there's something to talk about.
We're trying to still hold our like every 2 weeks. We'll probably try to get like another fan of an AL East team in here next time. But
Yeah, we can work on doing that again.
I mean, there's no point to do weekly episodes, and there's nothing to talk about with
There
the
isn't.
Orioles. I'm not gonna do like 30 minutes on the third DFA of Lewin Diaz.
I know a certain podcast that would, but do you, Josh?
Yeah, I
know
do.
podcasts that would do
I
that?
don't have to, go see them later this week.
You son of a bitch. I'm so mad at you.
Oh, that's
Drop us-
tomorrow.
Drop us down in the loser bracket. Now you're bailing. God, I hate you.
Hey, I thought I carried much of my weight there. I don't think either of us like did bad necessarily, but it was like I think we just got unlucky with
You're talking about the Family
Warehouse
Feud
time.
thing?
Yes.
They had a clutch last round. They're very
Fucking Ryan and his dumbass. Who do you think is a cat person? Question. I mean,
That's a great question.
It's not to decide the game, damn it.
Yeah. You're gonna have to fill me in on this once we finish up here.
Sure, we'll do.
All right.
All right.
Because
All
the
right.
backup quarterback's coming in this week. So
Yep.
it's
Well,
Tyler.
I have more faith in you than I do Tyler Huntley.
Me
so.
too. I have more faith in you than Tyler Huntley also.
All right, y'all. Well,
All
thanks again. I hope you're still listening to this, everybody. I know this is.
If you are, I don't know why, but we
Yeah, I don't
appreciate
either,
it.
but we really appreciate it if you.
You
are.
heard us like finish our daily checklist of like things we needed to do. Oh, check out some flight tickets for Sarasota.
Yeah, I know.
What are we gonna do about the rental car?
Yeah. It's good content, bro. Okay.
Riveting.
So yeah, we'll be back probably in 2 weeks or sooner if something happens. It won't, but if it does, we'll be here. So thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening.
You're
You
welcome.
can follow the show account at Podcast Birdie. You can follow Josh at Out of State O's. You can follow Brad at KQ Brad Blondell, and you can follow me at my new @ which is Ryan Birdie 094. I changed it because branding. So take a cue from this guy, guys. Anyways, we'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
Love it.